You serve 5 different types of client. Some are startups, some are established companies, some need strategy, some need execution, some found you through referrals, some found you through content. They all pay roughly the same. They all get roughly the same pitch. Your marketing tries to speak to all of them, and it sounds like everyone else in your category. Most service businesses do not have a marketing problem. They have a client selection problem. The marketing sounds generic because the business has not decided who it's actually for. And until that decision is made, every homepage rewrite, every LinkedIn post, every sales conversion will feel slightly off. Relevant to everyone in theory, resonant with nobody in practice. I've spent 20 years watching this exact pattern. The fix is never better copy. It's a segmentation decision that most service business founders avoid because it feels like leaving money on the table. It's not. It's the decision that makes the money on the table actually reachable. In the next 9 minutes, I will show you how segmentation actually works for a service business, why choosing one segment does not shrink your market, and how to make the targeting decision that makes your marketing finally land. Segmentation is not a marketing exercise. It's a business decision about which clients you are willing to say no to. Most service business founders hear segment your market and think it means creating audience personas or defining demographics. It does not. It means looking at the different types of clients you could serve and making a strategic choice about which ones to build your business around. That choice determines your messaging, your positioning, your pricing, and which increase excite you versus which ones drain you. Everything downstream of segmentation becomes easier once the decision is made, and impossible to get right before it's made. The reason most service business founders avoid segmentation is that choosing one segment feels like rejecting the others. A strategy consultancy that says we work with agency founders feels like it's turning away SaaS companies, coaches, and e-commerce brands. That feels like lost revenue, but the opposite is true. And I have watched this play out enough times that it no longer surprises me. The consultancy that says we work with everyone sounds like every other consultancy. Their homepage describes a generic service. Their proposals compete on price because there is no particular reason to choose them over the next firm. They win clients through relationships, not through positioning, which means the moment the relationship is not there, neither is the sale. The consultancy that says we work with agency founders who have outgrown their founding positioning sounds like the only firm in the world built for that buyer. Their homepage feels personal. Their proposal feels like they were written specifically for that reader. They win clients through alignment. Choosing one segment does not shrink the market. It sharpens the signal. And a sharp signal reaches further than a broad one, every single time. Most segmentation advice starts with demographics: age, income, company size, industry, geography. These are useful for ad targeting. They are useless for messaging. Two agency founders can look identical on paper. Same revenue, same team size, same industry. One is overwhelmed because every project reopens in stakeholder meetings. The other runs a tight operation and is looking to scale into a new vertical. Identical demographic, completely different situations. Completely different buyers. Demographics describe who someone is. Situations describe what someone is dealing with. Marketing that describes a situation the buyer recognizes converts. Marketing that describes a demographic the buyer fits into does not. And yet most briefs will start with the age range and job title, because the data is easy to collect and easy to put in a slide. It just does not help you write a single sentence that lands. So how to actually segment? Well, here's the framework. 3 things: jobs, pains, and gains. Apply to each potential client segment. Take a strategy consultancy that could serve 3 types of clients. Segment 1, agency founders who have outgrown their positioning. Their jobs: win better clients, differentiate from competitors, build a team that can sell without a founder in every room. Their pains: every proposal sounds the same. Pricing gets pushed down in negotiations. The brand still feels like a freelancer's brand. Their gains: positioning sharp enough that the right clients self-select and pricing reflects the value actually delivered. Segment 2, SaaS founders, pre-product, market fit. The jobs: figure out who the best customer is. Find messaging that converts. Stop burning cash on ads that produce nothing. Their pains. Hypotheses keep changing. Every week feels like starting over. The board is asking questions they cannot answer yet. Their gains. A tested audience hypothesis and messaging that produces consistent signal. Segment 3. Corporate marketing directors. Their jobs. Defend budget, justify strategy to leadership, keep campaigns from reopening. Their pains. Decisions get made by committee. Strategy keeps shifting. The team is burnt out. Their gains. A framework that turns meetings from opinion contest into decision sessions. Same consultancy. 3 completely different clients. 3 different pain profiles. 3 different messaging strategies required. If the consultancy tries to speak to all 3 on one homepage, the message becomes, "We help businesses with strategy." True, generic, forgettable. And the founder will spend years tweaking the copy, wondering why nothing sticks, not realizing the copy was never the problem. If the consultancy picks segment 1 and builds everything around it, the message becomes, for agency founders who have outgrown their founding positioning, specific, resonant, the right people stop scrolling. So how to choose the targeting decision? Once you have mapped 3 or 4 segments using jobs, pains, and gains, you have to choose one. 3 criteria. Strongest fit. Which segment does your service actually serve best? Not which one you could serve with some adjustments. Which one you already serve better than anyone else. Look at your best client outcomes. They cluster somewhere. That cluster is the signal. Sharpest pain. Which segment has the most acute version of the problem you solve? Acute pain means higher willingness to pay, faster decision cycles, less price sensitivity. Mild inconvenience means comparison shopping, slow closes, and the kind of client who asks for a discount on the proposal. Easiest to reach. Which segment can you actually find and communicate with? If your best segment is corporate marketing directors, but you have zero access to that world, the targeting is theoretical. If your best segment is agency founders and you are already connected to 50 of them on LinkedIn, the targeting is operational. Pick the segment that scores highest across all 3. Then resist the urge to hedge, because the hedge is exactly what makes the marketing generic again. You can expand later. Every successful service business started by being known for one thing with one audience. The expansion came after the reputation was built. So this is what you can do today. List your last 10 clients. For each one, write down what situation they were in when they hired you. Not their industry, not their company size, the situation. What was happening in their business that made them pick up the phone? Group the situations. Patterns will emerge. 2 or 3 of your clients were in nearly identical situations. That cluster is your strongest segment, because you have already proven you can serve them, and they have already proven they will pay for it. Now look at your homepage. Does it describe that situation, or does it describe your services? If it describes your services, you have been marketing to 5 client types with one message that works for none of them. The fix starts with the cluster you just identified. Not a rebrand, not a new website. One decision about who the business is actually for.